YouTube, Kai Turner Gaming here, and I'm gonna bring you this game where I just completely dominated this 1400. And as you can see from the stats, though, we only had a 14 average centipede loss, and they only had a 34 average centipede loss. So this is a for a game that lasted 50 moves. This is a super accurate game. I don't know why, it's just super accurate. Look, there's only like one blunder to happen the entire game for both of us. Out of 50 moves, this is like the best case scenario. This is almost a computer ass game. Like, I don't know. So they start off with that. I'm initially thinking, let me attack that exposed rook. I'm going for the grab, of course. I do a little variation right here just to play on both sides of the board. A GM taught me that, so I said I'm going to do that. Takes the pawn, so obviously I attack the loose pawn. Correctly, they bring their bishop back to protect the pawn. Best move always to bring the bishop back. Most people just don't have that pride in them to say that. So I immediately attack the open rook. They blunder it. I take the rook. And then here's where it gets interesting. Typically they try to like trap your queen and do that. I've already seen this line 1,000 times, so I just play like normal. Kind of nothing's going on. As soon as you move the knight, I could have took the pawn, but I want my queen to have this long diagonal protected with the bishop. So then I immediately go for it. Obviously the bishop's pinned, so the king has to move. And I just take the free bishop. Here's where a sexy move comes into play. Look at this. Oof, bring the bishop back. Forcing the queen trade. And then the knight got out of the way, so I said, okay, this is perfect. My bishop has free reign to go wherever she wants. But guess what? I'm just going to continue developing. This is a multi-purpose move. At this point right here, I already knew what my attack was going to be. I don't know why, but I just had it lined up in my mind. I'm like, I've already won a crap ton of material. I'm up a lot. Why not get the other rook? That's the only thing I thought this entire time. So I said, what's the best way to get the rook? I'm just going to do what I'm about to do right here. They play pawn up to block my bishop in again. Oops. Oh no, my knight. And they gladly take. Oh wow. Well, that's another rook out of the way. And this one, I don't even have to do the math. I'm like, I know I won this game because I mean I'm just up too much material. They don't have any rooks, so they really don't have any comeback potential. At this point, you really just want to exchange off knights just to make it even easier for yourself. Get my rooks involved. I mean, obviously you want to use the material that you have to do stuff. Take that free pawn. Why not? But really, I went pawn grabbing because I wanted to exchange off material. So it was more important than just a normal pawn grab. Go for the check. Just to see what he was going to do, because obviously it's getting close to mate. I mean, my bishop is in the corner just kind of chilling there, but she's also putting in work. Attack the open knight. So he moves the knight out the way. Perfect example. Push the pawn, obviously, in order to open the file for my rook, so my rook and bishop can be connected again. And they gladly allow me to take this way. So I say, okay, I'll take. And they took the right way. So I said, oh, this is perfect. So now I always know I can protect my bishop regardless of what's going on here. So I really wasn't worried about any real attack they had. So I said, why not develop a little bit? He attacks the bishop. I just protect the bishop. No big deal. That was a dynamite move. I'm not going to lie to you. To move the knight back to actually reinforce the king and also, make sure no weird checks happen. I really like that move actually from them. But at this point, it's a little too late. You know what I mean? Like even the computer just says, pick up that pawn. It's a free pawn now. I develop, which is actually the better move. The computer says, as you can see, is a lot bigger of an arrow. Just develop my knight. The knight attacks way too many squares, thus making it a very Big attack on the king. Boom. Now here I should have just picked up the free bishop, but obviously I really seen mate. I just seen mate. This is what I'm looking at. Currently, the king has no squares to move. None. Like not one square. So if another piece could come in and say check the king, it would be checkmate. That's just how simple it works. So I said, well, what piece isn't doing anything? And I thought, well, the light square bishop. And it's a perfect piece because it's the last piece that can do that. And what I figured would happen was he would block with the F pawn, which is his only move, I think. And then I would just take the F pawn. But then I thought about, well, if you take the F pawn, the other pawn is blocking, and that's not a rook there. So yeah, you can't do that. But I went for the line anyway. Yeah, they just say get the bishop out the way. I take the bishop. Go back for the check. Ballsy check. I honestly didn't see the knight. I didn't see the knight, and I was like, yo, is this has to be close to mate. I didn't see the knight. I wanted to give him back some material anyway. I was like, I'm up way too much material. It's not even fair. So go over there. He attacks the bishop. Obviously, just move, attack his knight. Pick up the pawn. At this point, I was already looking at pawn in my queen in my far pushed B pawn. So now I know castle is probably not the best move. I should have just moved the king over, but I was too nervous about the knight fork, and I didn't want that to happen. So I just said, I'm gonna get your castle, get it out the way. Takes a pawn, but he has to move back. So I'm like, okay, let me trade off a pair of knights so I can basically secure the win. I know I'm gonna secure the win if I can, trade off a pair of knights. So get over there. He obviously sees the attack. So I just do it anyway. I figure that knight is being skewered, so it's gonna be something bad is gonna happen right here. Oh, that would have been a sexier move, actually. Yeah, rook check. But I mean, I guess you can still protect the knight though. But you're going for something else actually at that point. So I do this, trying to encourage him to take the knight. He doesn't. So I take his knight. Obviously, he has to take back. I take the other knight. So I got two knights for one knight. And now this is completely winning because, I mean, pretty much anything you do is going to win. I'm thinking at this point how to secure the structure because the G pawn could queen for him. So I need to keep my F pawn just to basically block out his G pawn. That's his only potential to even have a chance of winning. So I immediately go here to protect the F pawn. He pushes the G pawn, of course. I told you that. I take that pawn so I can get ready to queen. And now I bring this pawn up just to protect my bishop. You might think it's a blunder, but look at the next move. The reason why the computer says, yeah, we actually like that move, that's the correct move to play, is because his king is forced to move up. And you do this check right here. And our best move would actually be to protect that last pawn right there to just end the whole game and make it, nasty. But I wanted to give him a little hope, you know what I mean? I'd be nice to him. So I let him take the pawn because, well, he has to waste 2 tempi to do that. And my other pawn, queen is there just to do all the thing. Queen, and he just obviously resigned. But it just super funny that this game we played so accurately. Like, it's ridiculously accurate. Yeah, what is the best move? Let's see. It goes here. Oh, yeah. Funny enough, that's what I would have played anyway. Queen over here. Yeah, and then queen down. He goes up and then boom. Yeah. But every now and then I play a super accurate game like this where literally, what's cine pawn lost? 14 cine pawn lost. 14, dude. Like, there's been games where it's like 300, 400. This is a clear-cut game. I was just clearly dominating the entire time. And this is a 1,400 player. And blitz, so, it's a lot higher than the real thing. 1,400. So, yeah, this is a great game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment if you really liked it. subscribe to the channel, and as always, have an awesome day.